Welcome to the Beyond the Shop barbershop training. My black barbers, I really thank you for bringing yourself into this moment. This has never been done before, and truthfully, it's well overdue, because right now in this moment, you're going to get to learn a few key things which can advance and help your community, your clients, and the folks that come into the epicenter of our community, which is the barbershop. You know, guys, you're gonna learn about active listening, right? Positive communication, validation, and you're gonna learn how to reduce stigma, mental health stigma, which is a huge thing. You know, growing up in our communities, being at home with our grandmothers and our mothers, growing up in families, we were always taught to be tough. We had to get through it. But you know what? That's not a way of life, and that's not the way to live. And being a part of the Confess Project's Barber Coalition community, you're going to have to go through continuous improvement to be an advocate and help those who really need it the most. First step, active listening. This is a very important step. So when you actively listen, this allows you to, one, give priority to the person you're talking to. It also allows you to not overtalk that person. So imagine you're cutting hair, right? Giving him this cool type of fade. In that moment, that client is talking to you. You really prioritize what they're saying. You're not being distracted by the TV. You're not being distracted by the kid that's yelling over there. You are actively listening. And when you do this, it allows you to really remove the barriers that person may be facing, because you're giving them all of you at that moment. They may be telling you they're having a bad day, right? Or things are just not going good. Using prompts such as, I hear you, and I understand. Using those words, that language is very powerful. And I think this will truly help your client. And this will help our community, because you become a better listener and a better advocate for that person to live their best life. Validation, again, very important step. When you validate a client's emotions and their feelings, something really powerful happens. And I mean, it really unlock the things inside of them, and it can help to increase their relationship with you and that client in a way that you've never thought. When you're talking to someone and they tell you they're having a bad day, often as humans, we're so used to taking the pain away. But in validation, it's super important to validate the way that they feel. It is a very sensitive moment, and it's okay for them to feel that way, but it's not okay for you to act like you want to take the pain away. You know, we just can't solve everything, y'all, and we got to be very honest about this. But by listening to them, acknowledging the way that they feel, will truly help them, and it will acknowledge them, and things will become powerful. This will help our community, because you become a better listener and a better advocate for that person to live their best life. It's a few parts when you think about positive communication. Often, we really have to practice and put in the work to be positive communicators. Being a positive communicator will not only help us strengthen the roles with our clients, this will help you as well as a spouse. It help you as a father. This will help you in other ways that you didn't imagine by being a positive communicator. Positive communication is rooted in greeting. You know, someone walks into the shop, hey, how you doing? Speaking to them. That involves you to really start something that's powerful, right? So just by greeting them, you know, asking that person questions, you know, how you doing today? You know, hey, how's things been going with the wife? How's things going with your shorties, your son? That communication is engaging, and that will help somebody to open up if they're experiencing some mental health issues. Complimenting that person is very powerful as well. Man, I like what you got on today. Hey, I see you rocking it today. Hey, keep up the good work. Giving a positive appraisal is very important. I am saying that when you deepen the relationship and communication, you will become a very great advocate. Your barber skills will go to another level, and your bag will get bigger, because why? They will trust you. So by deepening that relationship, you will do great things. The National Alliance on Mental Illness states that 1 in 5 people will be affected with a mental illness in their lifetime. Guys, that's 1 in 5 people, right? Particularly young men of color between the ages of 15 and 24, suicide is the third leading cause of death. So we realize that mental health is a real thing. You know, when you're riding on an airplane, the first thing that a pilot says before the plane leaves, they show you a tutorial on if the plane goes down, if something happens, that you put on the mask and you help yourself first. So by doing this with your mental health, you prioritize the way that you feel first. And this is a very, very powerful thing. First thing first, in stigma reduction, we're trying to reduce stigma, right? Mental illness is not a crime, right? Just maybe that they need more assistance and support, and they may need you as a barber. You know, fake news exists, right? That mental illness is okay, and it's okay to not be okay, right? It's okay. It's just like you had an injury in a car accident. Guys, it's okay to be stressed. It's okay to have anxiety, and it's okay if you're going through a period of depression. Perfect example, with someone in your chair, they're telling you that they're having a bad day and that they're going through a few things. It is very important for you to say, hey, I'm sorry that you're going through this, using those other skills that you've learned here in this video, instead of saying, man, you're crazy. That's weak. Those things feed into the stigma of mental health. We have to stop that today. You know, as a barber, you're put in a very unique position to help someone to get to a therapist, to help someone get to a focus group, a substance abuse group, an AA group, whatever may have it. And then here at the Confess Project, we're here to also help you with gaining the mental health access for your clients and your loved ones in your community, because we realize that, you know, this is new to you. You're an advocate, but we're here to support you. A few ways of how to gain access is, again, by having those conversations with your clients. Very, very important. Number 2, it's very, very important to know where a person is at. Maybe it's not up to you to say, hey, do you want to go to a therapist? And that's okay. Another thing that's very, very important to knowing how to gain access, you're not the expert. You are not a professional. And after this, you won't be credentialed. You'll only be an advocate. Being an advocate, you can be powerful. Being an advocate can be a game changer for yourself and for those that you serve. You know, as a barber, you see tons of clients every day in your shop. They're coming in and, hey, you're making things happen. You're the person that they're talking to. They're telling some of the deepest secrets to you. And guess what? You can really be the game changer in the way that they move forward in their life. The Beyond the Shop dialogue, the Confess Project's Barbers training, you are a very unique gatekeeper that can change the lives of so many. So don't forget that you hold your power. And hey, before it's all done, understand this. If you cannot help them, you can always call 911 as an emergency if that person is threatening to hurt themselves or hurt loved ones. Also, if that person is in a critical moment where they feel like they don't want to be here anymore or they don't want to live longer, make sure that they can call 1-800-273-8255 to save a life today. Thank you.